Hello everyone, today we're back with the TrendTrack tool and we're going to see together how to find your competitors. So either you already have a shop and you want to analyze your competitors, or you've just found a product and you want to find all the competitors to see the state of the market. If you want to try out the TrendTrack tool, I'll put the link in the description and I'll also give you a promo code, which is simply Estelle20. So the first tool we're going to use is Similar Shop. So for this example, let's say I found a product. So either it's my own brand directly or it's a product I found. So here, let's say I found this product. So it's a glove that removes animal hair. So normally it's a pretty well-known product. You must have seen it before. Here we can see they're selling it for 30 euros for one glove. Buy one glove, get one free, 30 euros. Here. 60 euros for 4 gloves. Knowing that a glove probably costs about 2 euros, maybe after this video, some of you will want to get started, but be careful. There are already quite a few competitors. We're not here to analyze the brand, but rather to find competitors. So here we're thinking, okay, so I have the Comptoir Animalier Shop Analytics. So this site here, it's mainly targeting the French. So 93% of the visitors are French and Belgian. So really it's the French-speaking community out of these 100,000 visitors, which is really... And so here, if you scroll down on the page, you have similar shops. So you can click on See More. And here we have a list of all the shops that are similar or in the same niche. So here, for example, we see with the top product shown directly. So that's a good sign for this shop. And so this will really save you time because it allows you to analyze all the competitors a bit and see whether they are positioning themselves or not in certain markets. So for example, here you might say, okay, I find this product really interesting, but I saw that in France it's already available, in the US it's already available, so it might not necessarily be smart to go for it if the market is already saturated. So what you can do here is, for example, ask yourself, could I sell it in Algeria? So you'll check if this product, for example, has only one shop that could potentially be a competitor in that country among the visitor countries. For example, various other international markets that might be significantly underestimated. Why not consider Denmark as a prime example? Anything that's a bit... Finland? Nordic countries. So if there are countries you want to target, you can also go through here. And this allows you to see. So here, of course, it narrows things down. It lets you see if there are already shops or not. Now, be careful, it's not 100% accurate, but it gives you an initial, somewhat global overview. It's still interesting. And for example, if I put in the US here, now I have a lot more that already have this product. Okay, so there you go. That's one first method. Once you find other competitors, you can simply analyze them. You go to the competitor's shop, and there you can analyze several things. So either you analyze the page directly. So here, what do we see? It's exactly the same offer. Here it's a duo, a trio. You can also analyze the aids directly here to get inspiration. Then a second alternative way is to go through this specific area here by using a photo. So you can directly upload a photo. So here I took a photo of my product. I think the best is to use the supplier's photo with the white background. Because here, for example, I used a photo with a green background and it gives me the shops that have exactly the same photo. You see here Nova Le Coin des Petits. For example, here's Le Coin des Poilus. Let's see if they really did a copy-paste or not. In this case, it's the same image. There was no effort. Express hair removal. Okay, fine. So they resumed. The photos of the brand that I showed you. But so that's another way to find from other competitors. It's simply a matter of using the search function here, images. Therefore, I advise you to use a white background instead, even if it still bothers you. Here, about 30 shops, there are actually a lot more than 30 shops that have this product. So, another way to directly search for competitors is by using keywords. So here, for example, I can type the keyword in English. And here, I'm not searching in the domain name, I'm not searching in the shop's keywords, but rather in the product names. So now it's taking a little while to load. Well, in this case, maybe it's a bit too broad. It's giving me 3,000 shops. Maybe I can narrow down the niche by saying animals. There you go, simply animals. By writing magic brush, it's still supposed to... Well, here, there are a bit too many products. In this case, these are competitors who are selling too many products. So I'm going to lower it. I'll set the maximum to 250. And even 250 might still be a lot. Maximum 50, let's go with that. We really want shops that focus only on that. So now I have some 43. Okay, it's giving me a few more now. There you go. So this is another way to search for competitors by using keywords here. Be careful, it's better to search directly in English. In French, I tested it earlier and it only gave me 2 results. So that's another method. To repeat, the first method was, it was similar shop, which for me is really some of the most interesting features because it really allows us, for example, here to get quite a lot of data. So in the end, this video is more about how to find competitors in order to analyze them. Then how do you analyze them? That's where you need to go to the brand, look directly at their website, and also check their statistics, see where they stand in terms of the number of ads. Look directly at the active ads and those that perform best to get inspiration. In any case, you should always draw inspiration from shops that are already successful. Then, of course, it's up to you to adapt and add extra elements. But in any case, it's important to take inspiration from what works for others. There you go. We've reached the end of this video. So I hope this video will be useful to you and that you'll do your competitive research properly before launching your shop. It would be a shame if you launched your shop without doing your research. You could potentially waste money and time building a website, while in the end, you might not even be able to establish yourself in the target market. So if you ever want to get TrendTrack, I have a promo code for you, Estelle20, which gives you 20% off for 3 months.